Hey, everybody. Welcome in. It is Tuesday night. Welcome to Hey, Y'all. Hey, the podcast. We're here for you. I don't know how to welcome people in with Miss Ann not here right now. I don't know what to say, guys.
It's okay. You're going with it. You're going with it.
Okay, so did you want to say something, Casey? Because Miss Ann is not here, and we are
Did you
missing.
want to say that you're Monica? Did you want to?
Okay, I'm Monica from Bland's Promised Land Ranch.
For those that don't know, we both are on the struggle bus. I'm Casey, and this is the passenger of the struggle bus. But for most of y'all that are in here that probably are saying y'all are missing somebody. Normally it's three of y'all that keep y'all under control, and most of y'all probably know that Miss Ann is going through some family issues right now. She is taking family leave from the podcast, and we are extending our heartfelt prayers to Miss Ann and her husband. But we want to welcome everyone that's still coming in from her channel because it's still being streamed from Andell Homestead on Hey Y'all Hey Tuesday night. We want to make sure that we send out our love, that we love y'all. Thank you for coming in. But we also are super blessed that for the next couple of weeks, we have some co-hosts that are pretty bomb. We got real lucky to snatch up at the last minute. And that's Jesse and Lisa from Lazy Days Ahead. So look at me doing two things at once.
That's pretty good.
I'm driving the bus. Y'all all right? I'm driving the bus.
Ian, Monica, but before we get into everything else, and before we say hello to everybody in the comments, I just wanted to say that we all want to send a heartfelt prayers and make sure that you in the chat keep Miss Ann and Worth in your prayers through this time, and still support her channel. She still goes live Tuesday morning on Tuesdays. So make sure you go over there, show her some love, thumbs up, do all the stuff that you do. Because she still is in the YouTube world. She's just taking a little bit of a step back for a minute. So, with that being said, I don't know who we're going to say is going to, do Miss Ann's duty. I guess Monica.
Oh my gosh. Can I do it?
Go back and forth. We'll go back and forth. But we're not going to throw it on Jesse and Lisa the first week. Maybe next week.
Maybe next week we'll make them do it. All right, go ahead. Pull them up, Jesse. Pull them up, Casey, and I can do it. Oh, look, Miss Ann Felbeck's in here. Thank you so much for coming in. Hello. Watching from Virginia and Heartland, headquartered with Dink and Tank. Thank you so much for coming in here. Welcome in. Marianne, welcome in. Hello.
Hey, Nanny Tim.
Hi.
Yes, Lisa and Jesse. Hello. Of course, Jesse made that comment. As Miss Ann would say, my father.
She'd say, hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing?
Yeah, I love it.
Thank you, Honey, for coming in.
Hello.
Oh, there's Jackie C. Hello. Welcome in. Auntie Jan. Hello. Hey, y'all. Moose 1829. Thank you so much for coming in. Good evening. Oh, it's Annabor at Good Enough Homestead. Dink and Tank, I got worried at first. I thought something happened. Hopefully they just wanted to change everything up on us a bit. Yes, we like to change things up.
Keep y'all guessing.
Got to keep you on your toes.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, hello. How are you? Slides in. What is this? What is this Dark Lord Minute? Do you know? It is us.
Do we know?
We are here tonight. Oh, yeah. Hey, Diana, welcome in.
See, I'm trying to go through all of them, make sure I know. Oh, Lynette.
Welcome in. Hey. Jennifer Ocean Homestead, how are you? So glad you're here.
So, Monica, this next one. Now, I guess I will try it the first
night.
You
have to do it.
It's Cynthia Delight, all the way from the Netherlands.
That's right.
Welcome in. Thank you for coming in.
And that's all y'all. It's the first time.
Check your pockets. Douglas is in here. Welcome in. Thanks for coming. Serena. I love that name. Serena Norrell. I love that. Hey, cousins. Are they cousins of yours? Anybody here? Who's cousins? We're just going to be
cousins of everybody.
Sounds good to me.
Everybody.
Sounds good to me.
I'll be your cousin.
Yeah.
We're all from Adam and Eve, so we're all related.
There you go.
That's
Young
true.
Rancher's in here. Hello. Welcome in, Young Rancher. Casey, you better keep going. Jersey Dolphins is in here.
Yep.
Send some love for Miss Ann. I love it so much. You're so sweet. Karma from Lewis Acre Farm. Hello, welcome in. Thank you for being here. There's Tamara. How are you? Hello, beautiful. The Bud Files. Hello, peoples. And Miss
Hey,
Kristen Betts is in here. Yeah. Miss Glenda's in here.
hey, Miss
Yep.
Glenda.
Grace and Fire.
Let me tell you, I know we ain't seen them in a hot minute. Chris commented on my video. She said, I've been off for so long, but I've missed you. I've missed you too, Chris, and I
Yes.
love you.
You know, they put a video out, I think, the other day because it popped up in my feed. It said, where have we been or what have we been doing or what's new or something. I was like, oh, I'm going to have to go look at that. So,
Yeah,
Chris and
yeah.
Larry, welcome
Welcome
in. Jersey Dolphins are in here.
I'm just
Auntie Jan's in here. Welcome in. I think you might have got everybody.
Did the Miami Dolphins move to Jersey?
I must be. They're the Jersey Dolphins now.
Oh my goodness.
Rhonda
That's news to me.
Dodson, hello. I
I
think you might
think I got everybody. If I
think you
didn't,
might have
hello, everyone. Hi.
Yes. If you have not been said hello to, make sure you comment that we missed you because we don't want to miss you. Yeah, and there's Miss Rebecca, Touched by Yarn. Hello, how are you, Miss?
Hey,
Glad to
Rebecca.
see you here. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. What are we talking about tonight?
Jesse, Lisa. So not yesterday, but last week we talked about pickling. I always say pickling something is like the gateway drug into canning, because it is probably the easiest and the most done over the years. And we talked about different recipes, and we are going to do a giveaway. The good thing is that Jesse reminded us that we are doing a giveaway tonight for different pickling stuff on the channel. So you're going to want to stick with us. Stick with us all episode. We're going to do some giveaways.
Yep.
Well, you know you can't have Jesse and Lisa on your show and not have a giveaway.
That's true.
We got
That's
some
true.
good giveaways too.
Some way, something.
You might as well.
We do. We make it fun.
I do want to say, you mentioned pickles. I know you often wonder, well, why pickles? Because I think cucumbers is probably the easiest things for people to grow, right? Cucumbers, tomatoes,
Yeah.
some of your herbs like basil and lemon balm, oregano, all the easy things. And cucumbers just happens to be one of the easiest, and potatoes, and you can pickle them, right? So that's why probably pickles is probably one of the best things to start with when it comes to canning.
Yeah.
Would you say?
Yeah, I think it's awesome too because you don't need with pickling, you don't need necessarily all the sugar that you would need for like jams because I find that when I'm doing jams and jellies, I run out of sugar. I don't need as many ingredients when I'm pickling. And so sometimes it's kind of easier, especially if you're on a budget and maybe you don't have, I mean, sugar's not that expensive, but sometimes it gets pricey if you have to go out and get it and you don't have that quantity that you would need. So it's kind of nice to be able to start small and you could do a pickle jar, just do just enough and put it in your fridge. You don't have to do, shelf stable pickles. You can do refrigerator pickles. They're the easiest ones to do or ferment the pickles, right? I mean, so I think you're right. It probably is one of the easiest things to do with not as many ingredients necessary, right? You don't need a ton of ingredients to do a pickles.
And if you can't afford
well, because Jesse's always bringing up the funny stuff. Every time we talk about it, Jesse always has his, one-liner joke. I saw an Instagram reel the other day, and it was this girl, and she was really confused because she was talking about pickling. Like everybody's talking about pickling right now from the garden. We talk about that you can pickle asparagus and onions and all this different kind of stuff, and she hasn't figured out why we've done pickling for cucumbers yet.
What?
I guess some people that are a little brand new don't know that pickles
Are cucumbers.
come from.
Yeah.
Got it. Oh my. Yeah, I guess not.
Well, I think if you're grown like in the age nowadays, you buy your pickles at the store. You get them at the store. You don't see where they come from.
Yep,
So you think they grow? You think people are growing pickles, but they're not growing pickles.
Yeah,
they're growing cucumbers.
Yeah,
and you just can't make pickles out of any cucumbers either.
Right.
You know that, right? There's There's some that are better for pickling, and some that are better for cucumbers for salads and such.
Yeah.
But I was going to say, if you can't afford the sugar part that you were talking about, Monica,
Mm-hmm.
you know, if you have as much property as Monica, you can grow your own sugar cane. And if you have your own sugar cane, you can make your own sugar.
No, Jesse, you don't understand. Eric won't let me grow nothing outside of my yard area. All that other acreage is for the cows.
I know.
He loves them cows so much. He don't be giving me nothing. No land out there. I can't do none of it. I'm growing green beans now anyway. So.
Tell Eric you want to share a crop. You know, just give you a little piece.
I just need a little sharecrop space just to grow some sugar.
Right.
I do have Splenda, but you can't do like what you want to do with Splenda. So, but I will say though that pickling is super easy. And you're right though. My kids, when we go out to do the stuff, a lot of times I had to make sure that my 9-year-old knows these are cucumbers, not pickles. But we do grow a couple different varieties. And he asked me the one time last year, he said, "Can we make pickles out of all of these?" And I explained, no, I mean, we have some Armenian cucumbers, and the Armenian cucumbers are a longer, more narrow cucumber that are like more like a melon. They kind of taste a little sweeter, and you just don't want to pickle them. They're not really for pickles, but you can pickle other things besides cucumbers, which is a really cool thing.
Monica, I did the very first year that I was canning. I did the Armenian cucumbers, and you can pickle them.
You can.
But they get very, very soft.
Yeah.
And you pull it out, and it's like pickle mash.
Okay.
Like mashed potatoes. It's not very good. You can even try, you know, they have, me and Sandy joked about on one of our episodes, the little nodules that you can put in there. It keeps fruits and veggies crispier.
Yeah, the pickle crisp. Yeah.
Even with that, it doesn't do well with it
because they're more like a melon. Okay, so there's some conversation in the chat I'm noticing, and I think do you guys call them bread and butter pickles or do you call them sweet pickles?
Bread and butter.
So I just call them sweet pickles growing up. Sweet pickles are sweet pickles.
A little bit different though, I think.
Is there a difference?
Yes.
See, I've never really known there was difference.
You're talking about the sweet, like the sweet gherkins.
No, I just call them all sweet pickles. They're all sweet pickles. Sliced sweet pickles, whole sweet pickles. They're all sweet, aren't they?
Well, don't bread and butter have garlic?
No, bread and butter have a little bit. They have. It's almost like a balsamic vinegar.
Well, do you put bread or butter in it? Because I'm pretty sure you don't.
No.
No, but if I remember growing up, they used to have there were sweet pickles. But they were not the same flavor as like bread and butter pickles.
Wow.
So now I eat, we love bread and butter pickles. But going back to what type of cucumbers you can use.
Yeah.
This is before I really realized, you got pickling cucumbers and you got regular cucumbers. So I went and got some regular cucumbers. This is from July of 23. And the pickles are so-so. They're okay. They're bread and butter pickles, but they have the big seeds in them, and you have to actually. So this is what they actually came out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they're gonna have those
big. They
seeds.
have a lot of the big seeds, and I mean the flavor and everything is okay, but I just got the regular store cucumbers before I really even knew. What I was doing.
You're just gonna have to take those, put them through a little bit of a strainer, and then dehydrate them, make them into powder, and sprinkle it on all your stuff, and have sweet pickle powder or bread and butter pickle powder.
Yeah, bread and butter
pickle powder. You could market that right there.
Did we
for your popcorn?
We talked about that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Bread and butter pickle powder for your popcorn. Boom, right there.
Wow.
Yeah, but why couldn't you just freeze dry them then? We can freeze dry them.
Oh yeah. You guys are fancy.
Then you can powder them that how much easier.
That's even better. Then you freeze dries yours because yours are fancy. We're not so fancy. Hims and I are not fancy. We're just over here living our dehydrator life.
That's what we're doing.
Okay, so what do you got there?
These are just regular dill pickles, and these are pretty.
They're the hamburger kind.
Look at the difference.
Oh yeah.
A Boston. Which one did you use for the ones that are actually still in the chip form? Was that a Boston pickling cucumber?
I really don't know.
Probably. They're
You'll
the
remember.
most
It was a
common.
smaller, yeah, it's a smaller pick. It was a
Smaller
smaller
variety.
cucumber.
Or
but
a
I
straight
really
eight.
felt- I
You
can't
can
remember.
use like a straight eight or a Boston pickling. They're like the pickling cucumbers. So yeah, usually that's what they are, Douglas. You're looking at the Boston pickling, the straight eights. You're gonna see it on the packaging. You're gonna see it on the little start. If you go to the box stores, you go to your feed stores, it's going to say on there pickling cucumbers. So look for the ones that have the little prickly skins.
What
Right?
I had, yeah, the ones that have the warts. I used to say the one with the warts on them.
Yeah, yeah.
But so I can tell you this though, they aren't the Asian pickles, because I know Miss Sandy likes to use the Asian pickles. These are not the Asian pickles. Are usually really long.
Yeah,
that's how you can tell.
Yeah, no, we didn't get those in the.
I had to pull it up. I just had to. It's 4th of July. Pickle watermelon rind.
Pickle your watermelon rind.
Pickle your watermelon rind. There you go.
There you go. Right there. She did it. And you would never know that it's watermelon rind if you didn't see the label. If you weren't told, you would have no idea. You would just
you would think they were pickles. Yeah, you would think they were pickles.
They're sweet pickles.
Yep.
This is the book that I have the recipe.
I was going to ask, so for a newbie, so we're cutting out the innards of the watermelon, right? We're cutting out the innards.
You get all the red out.
This is, you take 99% of the red out.
Right.
And you take the green outside off.
The skin, just the skin.
And so now you just have the white rind.
Right.
And you put it in, cut it in chunks.
And you pickle it, and it comes out sweet, and it got a nice little crunch.
There's a process because you do have to put them in salt water, soak them overnight, then rinse them, and then you cook them, then you kind of rinse them again, and there's a process. It's not just like 2-hour thing, no. But like I say, this is the book I have the recipe out of, and my watermelon rind pickles.
Okay, so if you can do watermelon rind pickles, can you do watermelon rind relish? I mean, I make sweet pepper relish because so my cucumber relish always, I feel like it never stays. Like, I mean, it's good. And I eat my cucumber relish, whether it's dill or sweet. I eat the cucumber relish, but I have found that I prefer like zucchini relish, squash relish, and the pepper relishes instead. Not hot pepper relish, but like a sweet pepper relish because they keep that crunch to it. It's a little crunchier. So can you do? No, we don't own the same thing. We're not big time. We're little time. But I wonder if you can do that. Like if you go through that process and then right at the end before you cut them into chunks, if you can like grind them up, make them like a relish.
I don't see why not.
I mean, that would be amazing.
It sounds like it's doable.
Yeah.
It sounds like
relish yet, so I don't.
Oh, I will say that my favorite relish is zucchini relish or the sweet pepper relish because it holds its shape. It doesn't turn to mush. It is just so good. And like 4 years later, you be cracking open I just opened up a sweet pepper relish. It was sweet relish, looks just like cucumber relish, any of the other relishes, but I made it with my green and red peppers. I opened it up and it's just as like crisp as it was 3 or 4 years ago when I made it.
Wow.
Make Cambric, yeah.
You got me on the zucchini relish, like train.
Because it's better than cucumber relish.
Well, and it's sweeter because, I mean, with a zucchini, you're going to get a little bit more sweetness than you are with a cucumber. I still do dill. Zucchini relish. Yeah. It is so good.
Well, sometimes you just have too many like zucchinis and too many cucumbers. So you do something. And I use my cucumbers interchangeably with the zucchinis. So like I don't have any zucchinis this year, not yet. And I have a bunch. I'm starting to get some cucumbers. But when I get those really big, obnoxious cucumbers that are a little too old or a little too big for cucumber, like pickles, I just shave them down and make like a cucumber bread instead of a zucchini bread. Has anyone ever tried that? That's good.
No. So Auntie Jan had a comment in there talking about she grew up with her grandparents having a garden and had all the stuff, but she didn't really enjoy eating vegetables until she was an adult. Well, that was the same with us. I hated vegetables growing up, but now I love them.
Mhm.
One of the things I like squash. I used to never like eat squash, but I like squash now.
Yeah.
The thing I really want to try though, Lisa, well, at least the pickle is, the peppers you get with your pizza, those yellow
Yeah, the
banana peppers.
pepperoncini, the banana peppers and pepperoncini.
I love those things. I could eat all of them.
Yes,
They're
me
so
too.
good. And
Yep.
but those are pickled, right?
Yeah.
And it's just something. And when you get jalapenos, when you get the jalapeno that is like fried off the vine and chop it up, them bad boys are hot. But if
Yes.
you get them when it's pickled, you can enjoy them a whole lot better. You
Yep.
enjoy the flavor of the jalapeno more once it's pickled, I think.
Yeah.
So
I agree. I don't eat jalapenos straight off the vine. Eric will eat them right off the vine, but I can eat most of them when they're pickled. I can eat the pepper. Oh my gosh, I love pepperoncini. Whenever we have anything, I'm taking them out of the jar and throwing them in. And I didn't grow pepperoncini, but I grew Santa Fe peppers, and they can be pretty spicy if you let them go fully ripe. And I took
Right.
those Santa Fe peppers and I used them interchangeably like they're pepperoncinis, and I pickled them and they are so good. So
I've done
yeah,
the same with banana peppers too. I mean,
banana peppers, yeah, all of them so good.
see,
Okay.
I enjoy it, and I will say for people in the chat, I'm trying to pull up your comments, I promise, but it's popping off in the chat.
Relish and tuna. That's my favorite. I literally had relish and tuna yesterday. Sweet relish on my tuna.
Oh, are we saying tuna salad, relish and tuna? Or are we saying no mayonnaise, or what are we
No,
talking?
I'm talking like bare minimum. Like I literally just cracked open a can, put some mayonnaise and some salt and pepper in it.
Okay,
And then I put my relish on top of it and I ate it like that. Like I layered it, but I just ate it like that with chips.
So Lisa makes us she always makes tuna fish and apples. I don't know if you've ever had it. Tuna fish
I
and
saw
apples.
your recipe. It looks so good.
I'm going to have to try some of that relish on top of that.
So good.
Good, huh?
That sounds
Sweet
like
relish. Oh, sweet relish takes it a notch. I mean, it is so good. I even got my kids doing it. They'll just like take a spoonful and just layer it on top. So it's like a little sweet relish mountain on top of my tuna fish.
Who else does like charcuterie boards? Like in the chat, comment if you do charcuterie boards. Like I pickle veggies to have on like a cheese and meat charcuterie board. So I do asparagus, green beans. I do a dilly bean, but I got Monica addicted to the last time she was at the farm. What else have we done? That is crazy. Oh, garlic scapes pickled are really good. And like the scape is the flour of the garlic. Well, is it hard neck or salt? I can't remember which one it is. But you clip it off, and it's just like a green bean. And once you pickled it, it tastes like a green bean. It is so good with a little bit of garlic flavor. So who else in the comments? As I'm trying to like keep up. Who else? Okay, see, I got a charcuterie board comment. It's
Chris
easy.
and Larry.
Cheese, pickles, meat. I mean, I don't think you get any better than that. So.
Oh, Melissa says, "Oh, the content of this chat is making me hungry. Be right back." Oh my gosh! Yeah,
This is my charcuterie board right here. Paper plate.
An empty plate.
An empty paper plate. I put the cheese and the crackers and the meat and everything right on this thing. That's all I need.
There you go.
That's it right there.
Well, charcuterie boards are easy too for, families, especially if you're like just trying to like clean out the fridge type of charcuterie board. Cause I'd be getting down to the end of my like meats, deli meats and things like that. And I'm like, y'all, we're just going to put everything out and you're all going to just eat it. So make yourself whatever you want out of this mess. And it's nice to just pick sometimes. Olives on the charcuterie board. Mm-hmm.
Now, Monica, have you tried pickling anything else other than like, let's say the cucumbers and stuff? You pickle anything else?
I've done.
I know you haven't done this because we sent you some.
Yes. No, I haven't done that watermelon yet. So I've done peppers. I've done cucumbers. I've done zucchini. I have done squash and different types.
Have you done eggs?
I have tried to do eggs, but I think I did it wrong. I heard that you're supposed to put holes in them, like burp, 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 like you hard boil your eggs, and then you're supposed to put like some like fork holes or something in them, and it makes them like infuse in it better. I didn't do that, and I just put it in there, and like a couple weeks later I tried it, or Eric did, and he was like, "It just tastes like an egg with some flavor on the outside." He did not it wasn't his thing.
Okay, confusion. Are we? Because I've never pickled eggs. Do you peel the eggs before we pickle them?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You hard boil them
But
and you
she's
get all
talking-
the shell off.
Yeah, but she's talking about like pricking the white so that the juice infuses
Yeah, I didn't
into
do
the
that.
egg.
Did you guys do that? With
No.
yours?
No, we didn't. I don't think you need
No.
to.
I've had these in the refrigerator for a couple of years, so they're not shelf stable, but they're
Yeah.
refrigerator. But they do turn a little rubbery,
Yeah.
the outside, but the inside, I mean, it's still yellow yolk
Yeah.
and everything. And
But does it
and
taste like inside? Does it taste good? Because Eric was like, Monica, it just tastes like an egg with a little bit of flavor on the outside. And I'm like, well, I think it's supposed to like kind of infuse in there. Is that the case?
yeah,
I think that all depends on how long you let it infuse before you open it the
guess so.
first time.
Okay.
Before you open it, yeah.
And maybe
like-
the seasonings, like maybe as like strong of the seasonings you use too.
Well, it's like when you do your vanilla. You know, if you do your vanilla for 6 months, it's not going to be near as dark as if you do it for 2 years.
That's true.
Right. The longer it sits in its juice, I think the better the flavor.
Yeah.
Do you
So
all can the pickles, or do you is it just like put it in the vinegar and refrigerate?
correct. Yeah,
Correct.
the second.
Yeah.
It's just in the brine, and
Just another way of preserving. You know.
Yeah. See, I need to try it again. My boy is raising bantams, little bantam, like Cochin bantams, and they're laying eggs. And he's like, Mom, I have all these little eggs. And Eric said the other day, oh, I think you should take them and pickle them. I bet you y'all would like them. So that's a really good idea. Rebecca says she makes an egg salad sandwich out of it. I bet you that would be delicious.
You know what? I'm thinking about that now. You know, instead of just eating them like this, just break it out and make a egg salad sandwich out of it,
Yes.
and you get the flavor of all the spices.
Oh my gosh.
yeah, but yeah, and it is kind of vanilla, not vanilla, vinegary.
Vinegary, yeah.
Strong. You know, the vinegar is a little strong, but I don't know. I liked them.
They're probably
Yeah.
good with.
like
They're
them.
probably good with a Bloody Mary.
Because I think
What
they're
if
actually
it's like-
called bar pickles or
Bar pickles.
bar eggs,
Bar
or
eggs.
something like that.
One of the channels actually talked about the bar eggs, and they actually canned theirs, but they did it with like soy sauce and the wasabi powder and red onion, like
Mhm.
an
Wow.
Asian kind of style.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get on that train yet because I like all those things, but I was like, oh,
But you know why they do that for the bars? Because it gets hot, and then you want to drink something. Give me another beer. Give me another beer. Give me another beer.
No, but I think it goes with
It-
along with the flavors.
Yeah,
you know,
but
with the
but some of that is to
alcohol or
get them to
whatever.
drink more.
to buy another beer.
Ooh,
Buy another
pepper,
beer.
cheese, pepper sauce on every table. Nanny Tan said Mama's Little Restaurant had pickled eggs on the menu. We sold a lot of them. We also had a bottle of pepperoncini pepper sauce on every table.
Right.
Did you see the comment about pearl onions from Cynthia Delot? The pearl onions pickled too. I love them. I love Amsterdam onions. You probably don't know that they're Dutch. You were talking about pearl onions, weren't you, Casey? Before we started, you were saying that you eat your
I
mom
was.
eats onions.
Well, mother guessed, and she doesn't care. I'm gonna put her business out there, but she enjoys a Gibson, which is an old school. If you talk to like people of my grandparents' age, they said it's the original martini. So it's a gin with pickled onion juice and the pearl onions.
Wait, you
Yeah.
put an onion in the drink?
Yeah, the little
Yeah,
cocktail.
like same way you would an olive. Same way you would like an olive.
Got it.
Yes, and that's her one drink a night. She absolutely loves it. And the pearl onions, you can buy it. I have not been able to grow them successfully, but I buy the bulk pearl onions and I pickle them in a half vinegar, half water mixture.
Ooh.
And it's so good, so easy. So I didn't know I was very New Amsterdamish.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't know
I'm
pearl onions came from Amsterdam.
Oh, tried. Anne said, "Do try pickled eggs with beets in your beet juice. Take your beet juice and do it. Do your beet juice like your pickled beet juice with your egg. That might be good."
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Of course,
yeah.
the eggs
That's-
are more likely going to turn red.
well,
That'd
they
be
will.
cool too.
kind of
They
cool.
will because the onions
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be
So
interesting.
these are the beets that
Wow.
pickled.
And you eat pickled beets with what? What do you like pickled beets with?
On a salad, you can eat a salad. You
Yeah.
can eat it with like a ham turkey if you're gonna as a side.
Or yeah, it's a little side dish.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like them cold.
And cold's the best, I think, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing you can do with your beets is dehydrate them or freeze dry them. But I would dehydrate them and put that salt on it. Oh, make like little chips out of them. Pickled
Well,
beet chips are the bomb.
In fact, that's my experiment I'm doing right now. I'm trying. So I harvested like 4 of my beets, and I cut them up. And I didn't realize they recommend you cooking them before you freeze dry them, but I didn't do that. I sliced them, and we'll see how they come out.
Very nice. Xander did mention in the past, after you use your pickles, you use your leftover pickle juice for your eggs. You didn't throw your juices out. So that's one way to do it. If you're not making your own brine, maybe that's where you put your, maybe you're not interested in making your own brine, but you bought pickles from the store and you wanted to take your, hard-boiled eggs and stick them in your pickle juice that you have. Now, another thing we talked about too, because I know we're about to be wrapping up here, but Jesse, you and I were talking.
Drawings too, Monica.
Okay, so we have to do our drawings, but really quick too, don't forget, you can do lots of things with your leftover pickle juice. You can use your pickle juice to keep your body electrolyte wise, keep your sodium levels up when you're out working in the field or when you're out doing anything. If you have a workout, maybe you've had a long night out with your friends doing a little extra, you drink some pickle juice. It's going to keep your body hydrated so you're not dealing with the headaches the next morning and your body won't cramp up and deal with that. So you're getting all that good stuff in it. So drink your pickle juice, guys. Drink your pickle juice.
Right. That's the first thing that they drink whenever they have cramps, like a runner. If he gets cramps, pickle juice. In fact, you can even freeze in your pickle juice in little ice cube trays.
Yeah.
And then you can pop one of those in your mouth, or you can, put it in a drink. If you like, if you need a little salt flavor, pickle flavor.
Love it. That's good stuff.
There's a ton of things you can use it. You can boost your green bean flavors.
Yeah.
It supports gut health. No, pickle juice supports gut health.
Yeah.
So it's good. You can do a lot of things. Oh, meatloaf. If you make meatloaf, put a quarter cup of pickle juice in your meatloaf, and it'll taste like a meatloaf hamburger.
Really?
Yes. It'll give it it'll be like a loaded hamburger.
Yeah, because you got like the dill pickle. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, whenever Eric goes out in the field, I'm always sending a jar or two of pickles with him and the kids, because I noticed that he drinks the pickle juice while he's working. One, we don't have anybody die on us because they be getting out there and getting some heat problems. But they also, that's a really good idea too. The chicken before your chicken, yeah, really good.
Also, rice.
I was trying to say that before. It's how Chick-fil-A. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A.
And it's in the pickle juice.
Pickle juice, yes. And also rice. You can use pickle juice in your rice, and it'll kick it up a notch, so to speak.
Oh, good idea. Yeah, well, I will say pickle juice is really helpful. It'll keep you from cramping up and stuff. So it really is a good thing. That's awesome. Okay, Casey, do we have some giveaways?
I think so. So I've been on the struggle bus behind the scenes trying to.
I saw you working. I saw your brain working while we were talking about the pickle juice.
Normally, Miss Ann would be texting in our private chat as we were going live saying, Casey, smile, darling. And that would remind me to not look like I'm struggling mentally. But I am. But I have it pulled up. So I think the first thing that we should do, because we talked about a couple different things. So the first one we're going to talk about is Sandy talked about she had a wonderful pickling recipe. And everything that Sandy does, I'm usually on board and we'll write it down. So that's the first thing we're going to do is we're going to give away Sandy's original pickling recipe. Monica, if you want to kind of keep track of who wins.
I got it.
Oh, yeah. Lisa can do it. Lisa got it. She got it.
So I'm going to pull this up. I'm going to share this one. All right. So Sandy in the chat. I'm going to do it real easy. We're going to start off real easy.
So hashtag Sandy.
No, he didn't put the hashtag.
Hashtag. Oh, you don't need hashtag?
Well, he didn't put it, so you just.
Oh,
you
so just Sandy. Okay, no hashtag, just Sandy. Okay, just Sandy.
I say NDI.
No hashtag.
NDI.
No hashtag. Yeah. Okay. Just Sandy. Sounds good.
And that was her pickling tongue, or wasn't it?
No, that wouldn't. No, was it the
No?
tongue? Was it the tongue pickle recipe or
Or
the
was
or
it just
another
the
one?
recipe?
It
Just
was one of her pickled. I think she uses kind of the same like base for
Yeah.
most pickling stuff. It may be the pickled tongue, so you'll have to go back and listen to the podcast that
yeah.
came out. If you're rewatching this live, I will put it in the show notes below. The link to go listen to the podcast.
The
Yeah.
description.
Yep. In the description. Okay. So just Sandy. I know there's more than 12 people in here, so
Yes, there is.
y'all be putting Sandy in there.
Yeah, there's
Auntie Jan, no hashtag.
No hashtag. Yeah, just put in Sandy. Sorry, I did that to you. That was my fault. So yeah, there's 6 people in Miss Ann's. We got a couple in mine, a couple in
6 in Ann.
we got like 17 over there in Lazy Days Ahead. So we've got quite a few. Well, I'm in everybody's chat, so I can't count me.
Sandy. S-A-N-D-I.
Just S-A-N-D-I. Yep, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
No Y's in this one.
Nope. Sandy with an I.
Brenda.
Refreshing all my.
Hey, Barry, welcome in.
Barry's here.
Yeah. James.
Hello.
Hello, Barry.
Yeah, Alexander, I don't think it was actually tongue, but it was cucumbers cut in strips.
It was stripped cucumbers to make it look like a tongue. That's why they call it tongue pickles. The pickles just are long, and the reason is because the cinnamon and the oregano. There's several ingredients turn the pickles kind of a brown, kind of like this color. In fact, it's exactly this color, and they're long strips, so it looks like tongues.
Yeah,
but it ends up being this color instead of the normal pickle color.
They call them maple. They also, it's another way for us, Vermont maple tongue pickles.
Huh.
Right. So they're not the actual tongue.
Yeah. But it's one of the things you do with the overripe cucumbers. So when they're real big and fat and overripe, I just pulled it up to remind me because I remember seeing the exact recipe she used. And I was
looking at it myself, and I'm thinking, man, that sounds a lot like the watermelon rind pickles.
Yeah. Yeah.
You use ingredients and everything.
Yep. You're using the dark maple syrup, some cloves, cinnamon, ginger, allspice, pepper. I mean, like, it's a very, it sounds
savory.
Fall.
It's a savory flavor.
It sounds fall. That's exactly what I was going to say too, Lisa.
We should call it 19, even though we have 34 in the chat. Should we call it 19?
Yeah, go for it.
We got stuff to do tonight, so we got to go. Alexander's been winning that one. That's awesome. Very nice. So you've got the recipe from Sandy.
No.
So
I was going to say, I'm going to pop that up.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and email us here, and we will get it.
Yep.
On the live, say what you want, which is Sandy's recipe for pickles, and we will email it over. And I can see that my live is freezing up a little bit as I'm saying that. So hopefully you heard what I said.
Yeah, you're working it, Casey. You're having some. You're doing some like, what was it? The Chinese theater. Back in the day, my dad would watch the Black Belt Theater with all the people that would fight each other, and you never had the English over top of the actual Chinese guys fighting, and they would always have the English people over top, and their mouths would never really move the same. It's pretty awesome. Yeah.
So this is the next one. This is the next giveaway that we're giving. It is me and Monica both. When we talked about this on the podcast, Cheater Pumpkin Eaters, and I'm all for it. Miss Wages is my go-to. That's what I love. I love Miss Wages. So to win that, see if I can do two things at once. Go ahead and put in hashtag cheater.
Hashtag cheater. Oh my gosh, I love it. Hashtag. This time you need the hashtag. So type in hashtag cheater.
Hashtag.
Love it.
Yeah. Or pound sign for all you old folks like me.
Yeah.
Pound sign
Hashtag,
cheater.
pound sign, all of it.
And that's a 12-pack, right? Is that what I read?
It is.
Yeah.
It's a 12-pack, which is a lot. I probably go through 3, maybe 4 packs in a year of pickling stuff.
Okay.
And I pickled one year, I think 700 pounds of cucumbers. So that was
my word.
a lot
So
of
you
cucumbers.
can share. So you can share with your friends.
You can. 12's a lot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jackie said what she wanted to.
And Mrs. Wages always makes it a whole lot easier.
Uh-huh.
Makes the process of pickling a whole lot easier.
And they make so many different
different
kinds
flavors.
of, salsa.
I was gonna say salsa is
Ketchup.
your go-to.
Ketchup.
Yeah, I use the Douglas says, I'm not a cheater, Casey. We can just give it to your friends. But I hear this is a good one to use. I've never used it.
If you put it in the chat, I'm not a cheater, then if you put cheater, then you're saying that somebody else is cheating.
Hashtag cheater. All right, Casey.
Hashtag cheater.
Here we go. We're doing it at 19. Get your last one. I'm about to press.
Check your pockets. Douglas is Lone Cross Scotty.
No, it's not, is it?
Yeah, that's another channel. Yeah.
Sorry,
my
Scotty. I
word.
gave you up.
That's his extra lazy days ahead.
What a little sneaky,
for winning.
That's funny.
Here goes. Who gets it? Boom! Roberta's Artistic Adventure.
Roberta, congratulations. Again, this is the email. Email is there. Say, hey, I won that cheater pumpkin eater stuff on the
Mrs.
live.
Wages.
Mrs. Wages. And we will send it out to you. So congratulations.
Good job.
Okay. Where did the last one.
You mean to share the screen?
Yes, please, and I'll pull it up.
Last one.
It's down there at the bottom.
Complete guide to pickling. I'm telling y'all, books is where it's at.
Yep.
Everyone talks about learning about prepping and canning and all that kind of stuff. Books is where it's at.
Yep.
If grid goes down, you don't have the YouTube no more.
Right.
So you need a book and you need to be able to read.
Yep.
You need to add it to your, what do you call it, prepping library.
And
Hashtag tinfoil hat. No.
I was about to say, I will.
No.
Do not tempt him.
Don't tempt yet. Well, I know.
I'll behave.
Hashtag book.
Book.
Too easy.
I'd be like, hashtag don't trust nothing.
I would have put up something totally different, something off the wall, like hashtag dude wipes.
Keep it simple for Miss Ann. Yeah, keep it simple for Miss Ann.
Yeah.
Hashtag book.
Yeah.
I love
Complete guide to pickling. There's like 100. I think, I don't know. If I remember, there's like 100 recipes in there.
That's cool. Do you have that book, Lisa? Have you ever seen it?
No, I do not.
I have books in like my book list that I just haven't bought yet. So that's one of those things I'll like go add and leave in my book list. Then when I'm like,
they're doing so many other different things too, not just pickles. Cucumbers.
Yeah.
They've got carrots.
Quick pickles, fresh pickles, fermented pickles, relish, hot sauce, other condiments.
Love that.
Sweet and fruity pickles,
pickled fish,
eggs, beverages, and other odds and ends. So it's got
interesting other odds and ends.
It's about 200 pages.
Nice.
So it's a pretty good book.
That's pretty cool.
All righty, I think I'm going to go. Any other little pictures? Oh, there we go. Radiant Fires and
Go
hey,
for it.
I want to see you come in. All right, here we go.
Book them, Daniel.
Oh yeah,
I
you
would
can
do
pickle cabbage. That's a good one. Pickled cabbage. Ooh. Cynthia Delot.
What?
What?
It's okay. It's an Amazon. She can accept Amazon.
That's
Yes.
true.
Yes,
What?
it's Amazon.
That's super awesome.
Yeah.
And again, I'm going to put this up because if you email us, we will get in touch with Jesse and Lisa and make everything work wonderfully. So just to make it simple, email
Actually,
here.
I do have her address.
We have her
already.
address already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Never mind. It's a lot from the Netherlands.
Very cool. Oh, that's exciting. Yay, congratulations. All right, guys. Well, look, we have loved spending our Tuesday evening with you, but I know that you probably have things to do. And we have some things that Casey and I at least need to get to tonight because we're recording some podcast episodes. They're going to be amazing coming up for Hey Y'all Hey and Round the Hay Bell. So make sure you keep coming back. Every Monday, we've got our podcast come out. And on Tuesday nights, we're going to be hanging out with Jesse and Lisa coming up here for the next few weeks. They're going to hang out with us while Miss Ann is taking care of some family stuff. We have the Hay Bale Prepper Guide coming out very soon. When is that dropping? Next week?
Next week for the next 6 weeks.
Week. And because for the next 6 weeks, we're going to have a special 6-week podcast episode. It's going to be a limited series where we are talking all about prepping, how to start, why you want to start, all the things that go into just prepping in particular. We have past episodes we've talked, but this time we're getting down to some business and we're giving you a guide to go along with our episodes. We're going to go week by week with our episodes so you can stick with us and you can check it out there. It's going to be on Etsy and it's going to release next week. So stay tuned. Come back every Tuesday and see us and hang out with us. And especially thank you so much, Jesse and Lisa, for being here. We love you guys so much. And we love everybody in the chat. We appreciate you guys for being here and coming and spending your Tuesday with us. Thank you guys so much.
Bye, y'all.
We'll see you next week.
Bye. Bye.
Hey, Monica, did you know it's now even easier to listen to Round the Hay Bale podcast?
What? Really? How easy?
That's right. All you have to do is say, Alexa, play Round the Hay Bale podcast.
Playing Round the Hay Bale podcast on Apple Music.
Ooh, we're really fancy now.
Tune in to Round the Hay Bale every Monday at 9 a.m. Central Time.